Hey, hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor. Da-da-da-da. Hey, out here in this brand new 2022 27-foot Hewescraft 270 Alaskan with a set of 250s and a T25. It's got the Lamar windlass. I don't know about the anchor and chain, if that was part of the deal. That's something up to the salesman. And yahoo! I could do the Skippy Dippy dance. Garmin, you're the man. Got autopilot, 3 displays, pan optics, 1 kilowatt, your GTM with clear view, side view. He did it right. You know, I'm a gadget guy. I like a lot of gadgets, but sometimes it's too much. This guy did it right. 3 screens, kept a good radar, the Phantom. Went with the 1 kilowatt, the GT, and then he went with the pan optics. He just kept it basic, what you need: radar, GPS, sonar, and a radio. I mean, you got it. This boat's pretty much got everything you need. It's got dual wipers. And by the way, this triple axle really helped. You don't even know this boat's behind you. Tracks, pulls easy. You'll love it. Spare tire, heavy duty, triple axle, gear bath oil hubs, 4x4 bunks with slicks, keel roller again. You don't really use that unless you submerge the trailer, and it's got the V block for easy loading. The load guides are right on the rub rails instead of the side of the boat, so that's a big plus. It's a 190-gallon tank in here. It's like a little over 27 feet, and you could go almost, by stretching it out, you could go another 2 feet, so almost 30 feet total. The beam's a 102 is the max horsepower. He's at the max right now. And you got a 15 1845 on the degree V. And you put a little bit of reverse on the side. You can see there, that flange. Side height is 42, which is good. Dry weight is 5,200. And 84 on the 177 on the fishing cockpit. Okay, gotcha. That's your drain right there. A large pulpit. He's got the tilt down anchor nest, which is really important to have those. So if you're ever going to get one of those, I better get my coffee here, not to be sidetracked. Hey, we got Big Jim here today too. I had a kind of semi-retired little red. Now we got Big Jim here. But anyway, the tilt down is important, because if you don't have that, when you're trying to drop that anchor will stick. This way, when it's tilted, the weight of that anchor falls down. Heavy duty safety chain, and suckers are stout. Yeah, more than adequate. Round 7, 2 5/16 ball, top coupler, brake fluid I checked. Foot jack, I like those. Anchor guard, so when you're pulling it ain't gonna scrape up the side of your boat. Vents, gas. And up on top is where your anchor light goes. They come with a cap, but that must be in the owner's packet. So you gotta want to put a cap on just so the water doesn't pool up inside, and then pretty soon it corrodes up your socket. And if you ever lose the cap, it's just a bottle cap, is all it is basically. Just drink a bottle of Pepsi or something like that and keep the cap. Like I say, good rub rails. Load guides, that way it runs on here instead of here. Gear oil, they're all full. It's a 1/2 to 3/4. Brown good, white bad. I mean, this trailer is like super stout. It's got like 6 lugs, so these are the bigger, like 15, 16 inch, 15s. So ST 225, 75R 15s on here. You got discs on all 3 axles. You got a business card. Oh, Paul, he left it. Oh, Paul left the business card. Gotcha. Hey, zip wags. Hey, now, guy did it right, all right? Because if you have rear deck helm, you got to have the start stop in the back and the controls for your main motors. Then you can always steer your kicker motor. Then he put a 703 control box, which he can run this T25 fuel injected off of. And I think on this one, which is nice, say your battery went dead or something like this, it's got a little bigger alternator, you can pull start this, which is nice. The 99s don't have that. So say you were a little low on batteries, you could fire that baby up, let it run, and hopefully you have enough juice to crank one of them big ones up. But anyway, you got your 1 kilowatt there. We're going to leave it angled up. I'm going to see what it will do. Then you got your Panoptics is right there. That's anything behind the boat and the side, not in front. That's not forward scan, okay? And that's a GT, probably 54 UHD, I'd imagine. Could be a 51. And you got, that's fuel injected, this 25 is. You got your trim button there, your freshwater flush there. When you hook up a line to that, do not start the motors. That's as well as these big ones, like right here too. Just turn on the water. Now, when you're at home with these big motors, they got your bullet right here, intake. So you want a lot of water pressure. You can buy a bullet that sits there and then put another earmuffs there, then turn on the water. You can even go 3-way, boom, boom, and then run another hose to that. And these take about 30 seconds when you fire them up to get water even out there. So this one will kick water out instantly. These take a while, bigger motor, of course. It's got the 4.2 liter gear case. It's a V6 motor. It's going to take a lot longer to get the water through. And let me see. Did right here. They put this here. That's smart. That keeps that water. If he didn't do that, that water would be shooting up like this. Got drain right here. So they did it right. They knew that water was going to come off of this, and then it's going to hit this and glide out instead of spraying up here. Left hand rotation, right hand rotation, 15 3/4 by 15 pitch, stainless Yamaha Salt 2. Did it right again. Smart move. Excellent transducer's choice. And these got stainless drive shafts, prop shafts, internal zincs, every cylinder on the block. Zinc down below right there. And you got zinc everywhere. They got 2 coats of clear, 2 coats of primer, and a special paint on the outside. And now stainless. It's stainless. This is okay on this boat. They got like rubber dampeners where they'll break free if you do hit something, but they're heavy. So anything again on the V6, like these 4.2s and the 3.67s or whatever they are, stainless is okay because the gear case is big. They can handle these stainless. Zip wakes, back to that. Okay, the guy did it right. Got a display, bonus, little speakers right there. Nah, don't need that, but that's cool. Got a DEC controls for the main, tie bar to the kicker, so he can do steer from the front, the back, wherever. But the main thing is you got the start-stop switch for the main motors back here. Now a lot of people don't do that, and plus he's got the zip wakes. He can set for auto, and these motors also have auto trim. So that means if you're back here and you're cruising back in from a tuna trip, and say it's nice, you know how you get up there, the boat may lean a little bit one way. I don't have to run up front and hit the switch. It'll automatically go off of RPM, which I'll set all that when I'm up there. There's your diesel. You can use kerosene. I'd probably suggest using kerosene. That's your fill for the back, and there's a gauge I'll show you. They got the ladder, got the radar arch, the Garmin. That's probably a steady cast. I got to calibrate that. You got to do the autopilot and so on. There's your vent. You got 2 diesel heaters. You got a stovetop heater, and then you got a front heater vents. That's what those are. That's a sink drain. V-block, like I said. He's got rams on both. That's, I mean, okay, this guy listened, or he knew what he was doing. Because anytime you get, I would say even 150s on up, you should have dual rams if you got autopilot. I'm just saying. You got cup holders, and you got some spares up there. You can use them like this, or use the cup holders that they got, big plates. There's your waste for your bathroom. Okay, this one right here, I opened up. That's for your, don't take that all the way out, or if you do, be very careful putting it back in. They're fine threads. So if it doesn't go in easy, don't force it, you'll strip it. And this is for the fish box. A real quiet motor that pumps out this one and that one. And they're fair sized. Live well, water's down, and you got to shut off here. So say you didn't have this hose hooked up, you'd want to make sure this was like this. Because if you're running the water, it's going to pick up water and come out if you didn't have this hose. So then when you're using it or have a hose, make sure it's tilted like that. Insulated batteries, battery charger right here. Smart light, lock, Yamaha filters, smart move, primer bulbs, main kickers over here. Change those once a year no matter what. And stick with Yamaha. They're the best. They got a 5 paper element. That means the water, they'll withstand a lot more, where the other ones, they'll plug one time, you're done. This is for your pump out, for your macerator, for the toilet. And right down in here is your pump out. So that pumps out direct. You move it the other way, it goes into the holding tank, and then you can also suck it out of the vacuum at the dock. Got 2 auto bilges. There's your live well pump, wash down pump, right there. Then shut this up. And Paul wants to go for a ride in this later, so I brought a bag with me. This is just storage right here, and that's that EV system for your fuel. Bathroom, speaker, curtain, light. Okay, you got to have the switch on up front. Okay, this is to put water in, out, and flush. The toilet thing, done really nice. Grab handle, DEC controls, off on buttons, your autopilot. There, 703. For your T25 minutes fuel injection, just hit it and goes. There's your light. There's your fuel gauge for your kerosene or diesel, which is right here. Up there's for your water. That's just to get into the lower section there. And this is kind of neat. Ton of room there. Now, say you ever, say you wanted to go to a bow mount or add house batteries, that'd be a good place for them right there. And you could actually fill a board across there if you wanted to and use it for storage. Make a fish box out of it, use a kill bag or something. Then you go in here, spacious. Here's your heater that comes out here. The controls are here. Stovetop, this is on demand. This right here is your switch for your light right there that works. This is wired for refrigerator, which would have went there. He deleted that out. This table goes right down here. There's your stanchion leg for the table. You can sit here and have a nice dinner. Right here you got suspension, dual shocks, way to go. We forgot our little thing. You got trays up here. These fans are really good actually. Like 3-speed, they both work. And Greg, you did a heck of a job rigging this boat. Very professional. Hats off to you, buddy. Now I've got to set all this, got to set that up, both screens, 3 screens. The gauge up here, 6 CL5 gauge, the autopilot. Floodlights are right here. This here you open up here. And this is for your other heaters. You can open that up. And then that light right there, that's kind of a neat. You hit this switch right here. There it is. Okay, 12 volt plug. AC live well, you have to have this on and that one back there to get water going to back there. Courtesy lights are that light and these lights here and the lights back there. Cab lights are right there. Nav lights. You don't have fans. Some of these had fans there, but you got those. Bow bilge, aft bilge, wipers, horn, windlass, control. And I'll tell you all about these. This turned on. I can shut this off. And I'm going to have to see if I have to set this up too. It goes off at your GPS speed. And then you got auto trim. So it's neat to have this. That's why I say I can hit this on auto, go back there, set the auto trim back there for the motors. I don't have to come back up here if I'm running them controls. And you got your VHF here. I'll see if this is AIS once I start setting things up. It's got your stereo here. Nicely done. But that's what I'm saying. It's perfect. He's got 2 screens. He can split it. He can run a 4-way here, 2-way here. Like fishing, he can run his nav or cruising over here like radar overlay. data numbers, autopilot. And then you can put your fishing, twin, 3, 4. I mean, you can have 4 different fishing modes on here. And also, I don't know if he has this, but you can also get a G3 Vision, like eyesight vision card, and that will give you that 3D vision. I'll show you that when you're on your GPS mode. It's a different fish finder. It also adds aerial photos and it speeds up your processing speed. So if you don't have one, you just put it in the back slot on one of these. That's all you have to do. Hydraulic steer front and back. Oh, and this is cool. I'll show you this while I'm here. And there's your heater control, USB port, glove box. Okay, so when you get up there, this is, like I say, really cool here. You just pull this out. You got storage, you got your ladder to get out. Neat, neat, neat. Good job. Good job, Greg. Again, very sanitary. Hope everything's there. The only thing I'm kind of concerned, I got to check when I'm out there. When I turn the key, it says, did they set the motor? So I'll see when I fire it up if it doesn't go into gear. All right, so for right now, I can leave this open. And now we're going to put it on the water and go to part 2, 3, 4, and 5, because this is going to take a while to do videos on this boat after I get it set up. There's a lot to go over, especially in the controls. All right, Boat Doctor out.